Hey y'all, I'm just doing this little quick video. Getting ready for Survivor Series. Y'all stay tuned for that. But y'all know I'm watching Onk and Oncho. If they talk about if the Chiefs are lucky or if the game was rigged. Y'all know that game was rigged. And also, I just like to say, shoot, these referees, they don't like the Ravens. These referees do not like the Ravens at all. Tell them, boy. Down, down, down like the Ravens. These refs do not like the Ravens. And Chad Johnson said he don't want the refs to be determining these football games. Well, they is, though. They is. And I already know how it's going to be tomorrow. Now, I don't know if the refs is going for either the Ravens or Eagles, so it could be back and forth. But I already know if it be the Ravens, Chiefs, or Ravens, whoever in the playoffs, the refs do not like the Ravens. They don't. Because they know Lamar can win the Super Bowl this year. This is why Kansas City has been getting so lucky and winning their games. It's because of the refs. They can't win a game without the refs. They need the refs. And they taking the fun out the game. Because I remember a while back, football used to be football. You know, smash mouth, hard-hitting football. Now it's just like, it's a flag football every game. You know, and some games, the only game that I didn't see a lot of flags was when it was the Chiefs and the Bills. And I was sitting there like, well, dang, what's up with that? You know, but whenever it's the Ravens versus any team, it's going to be a lot of flags. And I'm like, what's up with that? So these refs, the NFL commissioner need to get some new refs, man. Because people is going to stop watching football. Because it's starting to be rigged. It's just like when I watch the ending of the Bears-Lions game. You can't tell me like that coach could have made a timeout. But he didn't. The Bears had 1 minute on the clock. They could have made a timeout, but they didn't do that because they wanted the Detroit Lions to win. So that's why Detroit is 11-1 and Kansas City, I believe, is 11-1 too, or 10-1. So the refs love both of those teams. So that's why I'm like, these refs, they need to change. Because they taking the fun out of football. And I remember even this season, Lamar said, even after they beat the Cowboys, he said, refs, y'all better stop cheating us, man. Like, for real. Like, it's getting ridiculous, man. That's why I say, man, the Ravens, we got this star-powered team. It's no way in hell that they not going to run the football with Derrick Henry in the playoffs. Because that would be bogus. Whoever they play in the playoffs, they're going to be running the football with Derrick Henry. There's no way they're going to be throwing the ball like 30, 40 times and not passing it. And not giving it to Derrick Henry. But my thing is, these refs be cheating. They be cheating. And I mean, just like what I was saying with the Bears, like that was weird. Why the coach don't take a timeout? They had one timeout left, and they didn't even use it. I'm like, they could have beat Detroit. It's like, why they scared to do stuff? Like, why is it like that? Because I'm like, man, look, Lamar the MVP. I know they saying Saquon Barkley and him, Lamar, Saquon, or Derrick Henry, or Jared Goff, or Josh Allen. But, man, Lamar the damn MVP. Shoot. So, we'll see how it goes tomorrow versus the Eagles. But these refs, man. I just hope in the playoffs it's new referees. They need new referees. The NFL commissioner, please get some new referees. Because the Chiefs have been getting really lucky. in their games, for real. It's always like something gotta happen. is always a flag. I watched a little bit of the Chiefs and Raiders, and when Mahomes threw the ball to DeAndre Hopkins, Hopkins didn't even catch the football, but he got up and did like this. He wanted the flag, and they gave him a flag. Like, yo, like, this is, it's going to be obvious. Like, ain't nobody going to want to watch that. Don't nobody want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I know I don't. I ain't going to watch it. I think a lot of other people shouldn't watch it either. Because it should be the Ravens. It should be other teams. So, I really hope that these refs, we could get some new referees, man, for real. I was just sitting here thinking, like, watching them and talking about it. I'm like, yeah, that game rigged. I mean, it's a whole lot. And what's crazy, it was hardly any flags when it was the Chiefs Bills. The referees love those teams. They like when the Chiefs Bills play because they like when it's back and forth. And they was probably like, all right, I guess we'll let the Chiefs lose that game. But all these, like, the Chiefs almost lost to, Carolina, like the Carolina Panthers. I'm like, come on now. I'm just saying, it got to be fair because it ain't no way in hell the Ravens get to the playoffs and don't use Derrick Henry. Ain't no way. We signed him for 2 years. And so he coming off of like 140 yards against the Chargers. So I'm just saying, they need to call it right. But it's just wild. It was a wild week. I mean, I still can't believe the Bears did not use that timeout. And that coach got fired, and rightfully so, because how in the world you got a minute left on the clock and you don't use a timeout? You could have beat Detroit, man. I'm like, that's stupid. To me, that's really stupid. So I really hope that we get some new referees, because back then watching football was so much better than how it is now. I mean, these refs, if they wasn't biased, they just call it down the middle. They wasn't scared of the players and stuff. If we had the referees back then when the Chiefs played, it would be different. They probably would have tossed Kelce out. They probably would have gave Mahomes, probably would have tossed them out. You know how he get angry if things don't go his way. So I just hope it get better. And these refs, man, I'm telling y'all right now, the refs want Kansas City to three-peat because they want him to catch up with Tom Brady. And both of those are two different players. Patrick Mahomes can never be like Tom Brady. It don't matter how many rings you get, brother. You can never be like Tom Brady, man. You can't. And Tom Brady even beat you in the Super Bowl. And beat you in the, what was it, 2018 AFC Championship game. I watched that with my family. I mean, it was a good game, but shoot, Tom Brady still won. But I want some things to change. I do. Lord knows I do, because I want to see the Ravens in the Super Bowl. We never had a player like Derrick Henry. We never. And we got this great team and everything. But we know these refs, they do not like the Ravens. They don't. That's why against the Chargers, Mark Andrews had a touchdown, and the ref was right in front of him, and he said it wasn't a catch. And then they look at it, and yeah, you got to talk with 3 people, and then y'all say, okay, it's a touchdown. Like, really? Man, the hate is real for the Ravens. And these Chiefs, man, I hope they get beat in the playoffs, because I want to see somebody new in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see them in the Super Bowl. I hope either the Ravens, Bills, or Steelers beat them in the playoffs, because it's not the Mahomes era. It's anybody era. I mean, even when the Chiefs fought the Eagles and 49ers in the Super Bowl, those games was close. It could have went either way. So it's anybody era. So that's why I hope Somebody beat the Chiefs. And these refs, get some new referees for real, man. Because everybody can see this. I've been seeing this on a lot of different comments and everything. These refs are cheating for the Chiefs. The games are rigged and stuff. So they need to stop doing that for real, because it's not good for the game. And like I say, back then watching football was so much better than now. It was. So I hope that we get some new referees. This NFL commissioner, we need a new NFL commissioner. Ain't no way he gonna sit here and let all this happen. So I hope some things get changed for football. Make some changes, y'all. Woo! Make some changes.